Video, you're gonna know exactly why I took this trade, why my entry was here, and how I was able to make $3,000 literally in a few minutes. You guys are literally gonna have my exact strategy by the end of this video, so make sure you tune in all the way to the end. So no BS, let's go right into it. I'm literally gonna give you guys straight sauce from the beginning. So pretty much, let's do this. We go down 15 time frame, and let me actually show you guys why I took this trade. So this was Monday, April 17th. So let's just go a little bit more into replay mode, and I'll show you guys exactly what I was working with when I sat down to do my analysis. So pretty much I was presented with this. I come to do my analysis at 8:30 in the morning. So we're literally going to start from scratch. We're going to delete all of this and we'll get right into it. So we're trading here, right, on Monday, April 17th. So the first thing I do is draw my highs and lows of days, and I do this on the M5 time frame. So what you're gonna do is this. You're gonna go to one previous trading day before, and you're gonna mark the highs and lows of days. So for example, the highs and lows of days is gonna be this. It's gonna be the highest and lowest point between Frankfurt to New York session, in between these sessions here. If it's this point here and it's out of session, it is not valid. It has to be inside the session. As for a taller would say, in the color, meaning it's in a session, and Asia session does not count. So if we're trading on Monday, the high and low of day is coming from Friday. So one previous trading day, this is the high of day, and then this is going to be the low of day right here, right? This is the lowest point. So check this out. This is the key right here. So if we're trading on Monday, the high and low of day is coming from Friday, and the previous high and previous low of day is going to be coming from two previous trading days. So if we're trading Monday, it's coming from Thursday. And same concept, it's going to be from Frankfurt to New York session. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to draw the high of the previous high of day, same rules right here, previous high of day. I'm literally giving you an inside scoop of my mind and why I took this trade, so you guys could actually see that I literally don't leave anything back in these YouTube videos. My full strategy is in these videos. You guys literally just have to break them down and take notes. I have literally, I wouldn't say students, but I guess they are students because they study the content. That literally they just off of the YouTube they kill it on Instagram. They send me the results just based off of the content on YouTube and what they were able to digest. So we have our highs and lows marked. Now the next key thing is going to go to the daily H4 and just do a top-down analysis so we can find our direction. So if we go to the daily real quick, I want you guys to notice this. Notice this previous contrary candle before this huge push to the downside. That is our next major target of supply on the daily. Notice how it's not touched. We're not touched it yet here. That's definitely the main target that I have for the end of the week though. But now that we have this identified, let me break down all this on H4 so you guys can see how clean this is. So notice this, the market, notice how, yes, it could look very choppy, but the market is very precise, and like the market doesn't go to random places. So this pullback here is not random. Look, notice this previous contrary candle, how I teach you guys how to draw supply and demand. If you guys haven't seen the videos, definitely check out my YouTube videos, how I go in depth of my rules of how to draw supply and demand. But it's going to be the previous contrary candle before the big push. That's your area of supply or demand. Notice this right here, how detailed this is. I can't make this up. Price already taps it to the wick, and then you can see that we shoot back up to the upside, and we're pretty much almost reaching this is the daily target that we have. So now we can tell we're having a pullback. So you can tell we're almost reaching this daily target on the higher time frame. You can tell we're bullish on a higher time frame, and this is our main target, so we're just having a pullback. So let's break down this pullback here. So just keeping in mind that we're having a pullback, we got to ask ourselves, where's the pullback going to go to? And that's literally what we're going to see right now. So where is the next area of demand that the pullback could go to continue to move to the upside? It's going to be this previous contrary candle before this push. So this is our area of demand on H4, right? So area of demand on H4. And then if we go to H1, we break it down a little bit more. Notice how the H4 is in confluence with H1. So this is key right here. Notice this area of demand right here, right? Area of demand on H1, area of demand on H4 gave us this huge push to the upside. We have this void right here that needs to be filled. So pretty much you guys saw from scratch how just marking the highs and lows and doing a top-down analysis from the daily down to the H1, how we find our direction, right? We literally found our direction. We know that nothing is stopping price up until these areas down here. So knowing that nothing is stopping price till down here, We just need our entry on a lower time frame to take us there, if that makes sense. So now that we've identified that this is our main target for this morning, we go to the M5 and we see what we're working with. So if we go to M5, notice this. If we go to M5, we could identify this right here. We could see that pretty much we have an area of supply right here, right? Area of supply that created this push right here. So this area of supply coming from London as a possible area that we could continue the sales from. So this is a possible area that we could continue the sales from, but we got to see what New York does. So when I come to sit down to do my analysis in the morning, this is what I noticed. I noticed that, let me see why this line is here. Okay, so this line shouldn't be here right now. Let me delete this. So we noticed this. We noticed that we have this area of supply right here, nothing stopping price till down here. So we need something to take us price. We need an area of supply or demand, like area supply or demand to take us to our target, better is what I'm trying to say. So we have this area here. And then if we notice, we also have this area here on M5 that is currently where price is at. So we just mark it like this, like that. And then let's just see what price does. So check this out. So boom, as soon as price does this right here, this is key right here. So let me go a little bit back. Okay, so this is the sauce right here, guys. So notice how, yes, price used this area here, right? We got the push to the downside. And then notice how close we are to our target now. So all this volume came in right before our session. Our session opens. What does our session do? On M5, we create this area of supply, this previous contract candle before the push. Notice how on M5, if we were to mark it like this, like that, and if we go to M1, we can mark it like this. So these two are in confluence, these two time frames. So check this out, like this. This is the previous contract candle before the push. This is a bearish candle, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so this on M1, M5, and then now I literally just placed my sell limit here at this area of supply because notice how New York literally created this area of supply. As soon as New York opens, we're stuck in this range right here, pretty much respecting this area here. So we could actually do this. We could do this. Notice how New York opens. We respect this area right here. On M1, our target is down here. Price just created, like volume came in our session, validating this area right here. So now we place our sell limit here, like this. And the trade literally looked like this. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys could see I actually posted this on my feed. So the trade looked exactly like this and we let it play out. Notice how we pull back to the pip. So this was literally the trade right here. Couldn't get any perfect right there. So notice I honestly closed with a 1 to 2 because my first target was here, but you can see that price broke past. Honestly, this could have been like a 1 to 4 or whatever, but 1 to 2 with my first target being this area of demand right here. But notice how clean it is, how we find our direction on the higher time frame. So higher time frame like H4, we identified nothing was stopping price right here, right? So we identified we were right here at before the session opened. We identified that we had this void to fill. As soon as the session opens, we saw this. So as soon as the session opens, we saw the volume, this volume come in, and then this volume come in, creating this area supply in our session. That's the key right there, that this area supply was created in our session. We pull back into it and we continue the move. So you guys can see how simple it is, where we got our entry from, why we entered the M5 and M1 in confluence, our direction. Literally, I don't use anything else. I don't use any Fibonacci, any like there's nothing wrong with these indicators. I just don't use them. I just use pure price action to find direction and to find my entry. Let me see how long this video is. Okay, so let's do this. Let me delete all this and I'll show you pretty much what price did today. So not what price did today, but what price did the next day. So the next day I placed a buy limit and I'll show you right there. So not to make this video too long, we'll just fast forward. So for example, let's go into the next day. So let me actually just take this out like this, and we'll go into Tuesday. So now we're working with Tuesday, right? So on Tuesday, pretty much the same thing. So on Tuesday, not the same thing, but the same, we're working with the same exact thing. Notice how on the daily, I told you guys this. So on the daily, we have this target up here, right? This target that we identified that created this push to the downside. So that's our main target for price. And then we identified that we were having a pullback. So notice this is key right here. So this pullback pretty much, so this was on Tuesday. Notice how this pullback right here is pretty much into this area of impulse that created this push. we're pulling back to continue to the upside, if that makes sense. Notice how we have this void right here. So on Tuesday, I placed a sell limit and it didn't activate by 2 pips, but I'll break it down exactly where I placed the sell limit. So notice this on M15. I'm gonna just try to do this one a little bit quick so the video is not too long. But notice on M15, we identify that we have like on a higher time frame, we identify we're bullish. This is our main target. And then we identified that this right here was just touching an area of demand to continue the move to the upside. So keeping that in mind there, we see this area of demand right here created on M15, right? M15 demand created during Frankfurt. We're waiting for a pullback into this area to continue the bullish move. As soon as price touches this area, check this out. As soon as price touches this area, if we go to M5, we do this. We create this new area of demand. So notice how price already pulls back to this area of demand that created this push. We touch it and then we get this new push off of it. Price created this area of demand. So this previous contrary candle before this push, after touching this area of M15, and it's also in confluence with M1. The M1 would be this one right here. So we place our buy limit literally right here. So actually, I'm sorry, my buy limit was right here, literally right here. I got a little carried away when I saw this, but I placed my buy limit literally right here at 10, and it was actually 9.56, so it was actually right here. And then you can see by 2 pips, I think it's, to be honest, maybe 3, so it might have been 3 pips. Okay, so yeah, 2.8 pips, the buy limit did not activate, but you can see the reason why we placed the buy limit here is because we touched this area of demand on M15. We create this new area of demand on M5 right here that gave us this push, so it validates this area. This would have been our entry right here. You can see how price pulled back, but we didn't touch it exactly, and then we would have hit literally take profit here. And then you can see that you guys could just see how we find the direction and how we get our entries based off of the higher time frames and the lower time frames in confluence. So make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.